Hey folks, it's Billy DKY, the truth seeker that simplifies and demystifies. This is my top 5 tweets of the week review, March 14th, 2010. First tweet of the week: women are lucky they are viewed as sex objects instead of human beings because a lot of them aren't great human beings. And as I've been making spiritual progress, I've been getting rid of more and more desire, and I've been seeing women more as human beings and less as sex objects. And the more I see them as human beings and not as sex objects, the less and less I like them. So next time you hear a woman bitching and complaining because, all men view me as sex objects, guess what? If men were viewing you for who you really were, they probably wouldn't like you. So you ought to be happy that they find something in you that they want. So anyway, I'm sure that's not going to be popular with any women watching this, but it is the truth. So, and I ain't saying every guy's a great guy either. I ain't saying that either. So, I'm sure it's the opposite as well. Okay. Tweet number 2. Sounding crazy isn't the same as being crazy. A lot of revolutionary thinkers sounded crazy before they were accepted. Like, Galileo. Hey, you know what? We're revolving around the sun. No, it can't be. And, whoever else said, like when they said the earth was round and this and that. So, I'm sure Einstein sounded crazy too at the beginning, telling his thing. So here's what I've sort of been figuring out. Let's see here. Okay, over here, this is, you have your bell-shaped curve, 100% of the people. We have some people over here who are legitimately crazy. I mean, they're just flat-ass crazy, and you can just tell talking to them. They're just, their body language is just, you just know they're crazy. Okay. Then you have what everybody accepts over here, This is what, if you say this kind of stuff, you're being PC, and everybody's going to agree with you, and that's probably okay. Oh, there'll be some disagreements, but there's no real, they're not going to think you're crazy. But then there's stuff over here that you really do know, that or some people really know, but the majority of them can't handle or don't want to accept it because they want to cling to something. And these people are considered crazy over here. So, and that's what I get a lot of times. I say to people, you're just an idiot. And it's basically what they're saying is they're an idiot, but you know what I'm saying. They can't think outside the box, and so anyway. Tweet number 3, don't let body pains keep you from moving. Learn from it, be gentle, and move it. So basically, like I say, as you get older, you're gonna have more body pains, and you need to listen to it and learn what it's trying to teach you, but you don't run from it. You face it. You don't force through it. You still want to be gentle with that area, and you want to learn from it and move it, get blood flowing. So anyway, next tweet. Science is no substitute for thinking. Man, do we get in trouble with that all the time. People watch all these programs on TV and stuff, and they think, I'm well educated. They go to the university, they study science here, they study science here, but they never think for themselves. And then that's why they have no confidence in what they're saying when they're talking. I mean, they think they have confidence until you really start questioning them. When you really know and you really start questioning them, you find that their confidence is very weak. Don't get me wrong, they'll still be confident, but you'll see the insecurity start breaking down in their mind. I mean, they won't want to admit it, but it's still there. And I learned this from a book. It was on eating wild plants and stuff like that. And he said, before you start eating wild plants, you need to have contradictory confidence, which means if somebody challenges you, you can defend yourself. The example he was using, I think, in the book was wild cherries or something like that, a wild cherry tea or black cherry, something like that. And basically, let's say you're out there eating you're pulling them off and you're eating the little cherries, and somebody says, don't eat those are poison. You go, no, they're not. And you say, it's not. And you say, I know exactly what this plant is. This plant is a wild black cherry tree. And basically, look, here's how I know. It's got a little fur under the leaves here. And you scratch the stem, you smell it has a pungent smell. You got the 3-leaf pattern, and then the blah blah, and you just keep explaining, and then the person goes, maybe it's not poisonous. You know what I mean? It's contradictory confidence. So, and a lot of scientists don't have that kind of contradictory confidence, and they always seem to be stuck on stupid on the ultimate truth, which everything is energy. You know, it's like, we want to get a fundamental theory that explains everything. Well, right there it is. Everything's energy. And then they want to have an equation for everything, which you can't have an equation for everything because it's completely obvious that life is nothing but patterns with a little bit of randomness in it. Well, that randomness means you ain't going to find a pattern. You ain't going to find an equation. I mean, unless your equation's got a lot of probability in it. You know what I'm saying? A randomness in it. So, I don't know. I'm starting to think that science in some ways is, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. But I get tired of the arrogance of science, and I get tired of people who read a bunch of details and think they're all of a sudden they're like Johnny Badass truth seekers when all they, well, I have read what the Buddha said. I don't give a shit what you've read. You know what I'm saying? What do you know personally firsthand and you have contradictory confidence about? If you don't have that kind of confidence, then shut up about it. You know, that's the way I feel about it a lot of times. Anyway, probably preaching to the choir. Okay, next one. If you take any of this life seriously, it's on you. I don't know, man. It's just, life is really a joke at the end of the day. I mean, the only reason we take it serious is because of ego. And don't get me wrong, I take life serious all the time. There's a spiritual movement that needs to happen. I need to do it. It needs to be done now. But, you know, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I guess I've overcome a little ego this week. It's not really that serious. You know, I mean, everybody takes everything so serious. And it ain't serious at all. That's the joke. The joke is on you when you take it serious. It really is. And when you notice, if you start taking life serious, people will start screwing with you and they'll start making fun of you. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I don't really have any of the tweets. This is sort of a low week on tweets. But anyway, until the next video, later folks.